Just when it seemed that the Jolie Pitt saga had finally settled after their divorce agreement in December 2024, a far more serious and explosive legal issue has emerged in Los Angeles. On Monday, December 22nd, Brad Pitt, long regarded as one of Hollywood's untouchable golden figures, found himself confronting allegations more commonly associated with disgraced corporate executives than movie stars. He is now facing accusations of embezzlement. The story has taken a dramatic turn. Brad Pitt is no longer being portrayed simply as the wronged husband whose former spouse sold their shared vineyard without his consent. According to incendiary court filings submitted by the Stoli Group, the company that acquired Angelina Jolie's stake, Pitt allegedly treated the $160 million estate as if it were his personal bank account. The filings accuse the 62-year-old actor of siphoning company resources to fund what are described as extravagant vanity projects. At the center of the controversy is an alleged $8 million expenditure on a luxury swimming pool, an ornate staircase, and extensive home renovations, funds that Stoli claims belong to the shareholders rather than Pitt alone. Brad Pitt has responded aggressively, urging the court to dismiss the claims entirely and arguing that a text message referencing the withholding of reports from Angelina Jolie was merely a personal remark, not evidence of criminal conduct. Today, attention is focused squarely on the financial records of Château Miraval. Investigators are examining the $8 million pool, a reported $20 million loan, and a text message that Stoli insists serves as the key piece of evidence in proving theft. The central question remains: is Brad Pitt a calculated businessman safeguarding his investment, or was he living lavishly at the expense of his former wife? At the heart of this dispute lies a striking accusation of financial mismanagement. In its countersuit, Stoli alleges that although Château Miraval generated approximately $15 million in profits by 2022, the shareholders, Stoli and formerly Angelina Jolie, received none of it. So where did the money go? According to Stoli's attorneys, it was poured directly into the land itself, specifically into the French estate where Brad Pitt alone resides. The lawsuit claims that Pitt and his associates redirected company funds to support a series of costly and unnecessary projects that primarily benefited him personally. Among these is the alleged $8 million renovation of the manor house, including construction of an expansive swimming pool. Stoli's legal argument is unflinching, asserting that Pitt treated company funds as his own personal spending money. They describe a scenario of stark imbalance. Following the divorce filing, only Pitt continued to live at the manor house, enjoying the privileges of a private lease. Angelina Jolie, by contrast, never returned. Despite reportedly loaning the company $20 million over the years to support upgrades and improvements, Pitt allegedly used company revenues to enhance the home he occupied, without repaying the loans or distributing profits. Stoli further claims that tens of millions of dollars were squandered on projects that lacked any meaningful business justification. In essence, they accuse Pitt of remodeling his personal residence using funds that should have gone to his ex-wife. No financial scandal is complete without a smoking gun, and Stoli believes it has found one in a message Brad Pitt sent to his associates in June 2021. At that time, tensions were escalating as Angelina Jolie began requesting greater transparency into the winery's finances, questioning the large expenditures on projects she had not approved. According to Stoli, Pitt responded by effectively cutting her off. As evidence, they cite a message he sent concerning the construction of a renowned music studio at Miraval, stating, "I believe we should no longer send Jolie reports as she is trying to shop her shares." Stoli argues that this message demonstrates clear intent, suggesting Pitt deliberately attempted to conceal the company's financial reality from a major shareholder. Brad Pitt's legal team strongly disputes this interpretation. In a filing dated December 22nd, his attorneys argue that the message does not constitute proof of embezzlement or criminal behavior. They maintain that all Miraval expenses were properly recorded in company books and never hidden. According to the defense, the message reflected a personal opinion rather than a directive, and showed no intent to facilitate illegal activity. His lawyer characterized the text as an expression of frustration from a business partner aware that his co-owner was preparing to exit the venture, not as an instruction to falsify records. They further argue that the message does not suggest any effort to conceal stolen assets from Jolie, especially given that the music studio was publicly known. In essence, Pitt's defense boils down to this: the studio construction was never secret, and the only issue was a reluctance to continue sending regular reports to someone already disengaging from the business. As these allegations of theft and mismanagement play out in a California courtroom, Brad Pitt has employed a calculated legal strategy focused on jurisdiction. In his motion to dismiss, he contends that the claims should not be heard in Los Angeles at all. Because Château Miraval is a French company, and the alleged conduct, spending money and building the pool, occurred in France, Pitt argues the case belongs in a French court. This is a well-known legal tactic. By challenging jurisdiction, Pitt aims to remove the case from the U.S. legal system entirely. His attorney stated that California courts have no authority to decide whether a swimming pool in Provence qualifies as a vanity project or a legitimate business expense. If the judge agrees, Stoli would be forced to refile the lawsuit in France, a lengthy process involving a vastly different legal framework for corporate governance. While clearly a delay tactic, it could prove to be an effective one. Looking beyond the accusations of personal spending and vanity projects, there is a deeper financial tragedy at play. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie purchased Miraval in 2008 as a shared dream. After their separation, they attempted to disentangle their business interests. Reports indicate that Pitt offered Jolie $55 million to buy out her stake. Had that deal been finalized, Jolie would have walked away with her money, Pitt would have retained the vineyard, and none of the current lawsuits or embezzlement allegations would exist. Instead, negotiations collapsed, reportedly due to disputes over NDAS and domestic abuse allegations, and Jolie sold her share to Stoli. Now, rather than a clean break, Pitt finds himself locked in an intense legal battle with a global liquor conglomerate scrutinizing every dollar he spent. A source close to Pitt told US Weekly that it was unsurprising Stoli pursued another filing following a favorable ruling for Pitt regarding the emails, dismissing the lawsuit as frivolous. Still, the numbers remain difficult to ignore. A $20 million loan from Jolie, an $8 million renovation, and no profit distributions. Regardless of how the courts ultimately rule, the optics are undeniably problematic. The judge must now determine whether Brad Pitt was investing responsibly in the long-term value of a luxury brand or exploiting company funds to sustain an elite lifestyle at his ex-wife's expense. Should the court conclude that Miraval was treated as Pitt's personal wallet, the financial consequences could be enormous. Conversely, if Pitt succeeds in transferring the case to France, the dispute could stretch on for many more years. In his effort to preserve Miraval, Brad Pitt may have inadvertently invited a level of financial scrutiny that threatens not only his wealth, but also his reputation. What's your view on the Vanity Project allegations? Do you believe an $8 million pool and major renovations are reasonable expenses for a luxury wine estate, or do they cross the line into embezzlement? And does Brad Pitt's text message suggest wrongdoing, or is it being taken out of context? Share your thoughts in the comments. This story is still unfolding and carries major implications. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated. Thank you for watching.